from Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 6.
Coming up tonight, Rock Steady, a boxing program gets a big boost from Bryan Health, how the class actually delays the onset of Parkinson's. Also tonight, budget bartering. The NU Board of Regents is preparing to vote on a budget increase. What their reasoning is behind the increase and why they say going the other direction would be bad for the university. And swatting safety. LPS and LPD have a plan on how to tackle swatting calls, how they're planning to keep your students safe. And safety is heavy on families' minds as students head back to school now in less than a week for some. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rod Fowler. Where'd the summer go, right? Here in Lincoln, police are preparing for one of the biggest safety challenges during the school year, and that's called swatting calls. Channel 8's Emma Norwood with how they respond to these kinds of threats and what they want parents to know.
As thousands of students prepare to head back to school, Lincoln police are making sure they're ready, too.
Swatting call is something that unfortunately is kind of going around in a national sense where it happens in numerous schools. It's happened to us multiple times.
False reports of some kind of danger, also known as swatting calls, forcing officers to rush to 2 Lincoln public schools last year. While every call turned out to be a hoax, LPD treats every report as if lives are in danger.
LPS has the standard response protocols that we may or may not utilize depending on the circumstances of what type of call we're getting. But the nice part is the SROs are embedded in the schools. So there's been situations in the past where there's a swatting call where the SRO was able to dispel it within the same minute that dispatch contacted them about the swatting call.
LPD is in constant coordination with school administrators, reviewing response plans and making sure officers know what to expect. By working together with the schools, it creates less disruptions to a student's workday. The department is also emphasizing, no matter what, their #1 goal is to keep your student safe.
I would tell the parents not to stress out or not to worry. Wait for LPS or LPD to provide any information. You don't need to respond. I think for challenges, it's making sure that we do everything we can, but not putting people in fear and causing more issues than the actual call for service itself.
After any danger has been ruled out, behind the scenes, officers work to find out who made the swatting call and connect with state or federal resources. Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Another issue that some schools in our area have been seeing is staffing. Seward, Norris, and Beatrice all feel confident in their staffing because they say they've taken steps to prevent teacher shortages. If you tune into our 6 o'clock morning show, you'll be able to learn what their secret to success is. That's tomorrow morning. And as the school year gets going, the Now Local News app is really a great tool for you to have. If you scan the QR code on your screen, you'll be able to download the app for free. There will be videos and information of events going on in your child's school's area on the app. You can also send in videos to the app and we'll pay you for doing so. Now let's get a look at your first forecast for this Thursday evening. Here's a live look from all 9 of our cameras over southeast Nebraska. Another cool one today after some fog and a little drizzly this morning. How much longer is this going to last? Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins with more. Rusty.
Pretty much about done. We started to see the sky clear out a little bit as we got into the 5 and 6 p.m. time frame, which I guess that's right now. But we are seeing the sky clear out and trying to warm up because of the sunshine. Just even briefly this afternoon, we bumped up to the upper 70s and lower 80s for far southeastern Nebraska. Much warmer off to the west. Look at those high temperatures in the Panhandle, 97 and 99. Goodness. So a mixture of clouds and sun out there right now. Our sunset at 8:37, which is just a couple hours away. Temperatures in the middle 70s through 7 p.m., 73 degrees by 9 p.m. and into the lower 70s just before midnight. There's a little bit of sunshine showing that flag whipping around a little bit, not much of a wind, but just enough to make that a cool looking shot at 79 degrees. That wind out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So the cloud cover still lingering a little bit, but it is diminishing. No precipitation out there right now. Current temperatures are basically the highs for the day, middle and upper 70s and lower 80s and upper 80s and all those 90s out to the west. Dew point a little high, 60s. For a good portion of us. As we head through tonight, storms in northwest Nebraska will dissipate fairly quickly, but 1 or 2 strong storms out of that a possibility. More forecast details in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. Right now, families here in Lincoln are getting answers from Google about the data center here in the capital city. Google began operations at this center last year. Citizen journalist Brian sending this aerial view of when the site was being constructed. This is near North 56th Street, just north of Interstate 80 there. He sent this to our Now Local News app. Well, tonight we're learning how much further this data center may be developing. Channel 8 has been closely following the data center debate, and Channel 8's Skylar Sears joins us after learning those answers at a roundtable today with Google. Skylar.
It wasn't a long meeting, about 90 minutes, giving community members the opportunity to ask questions about Google's North Lincoln data center. Google representatives and the city leaders discussing everything from water use to how the project fits into Lincoln's future. Google representatives also provided an update on the project's current operations, including who's already working at the site as construction continues.
For our operational data center so far, we have a couple hundred individuals that are on site performing work that's going to be there even after we pass our construction stage.
City leaders say they've taken a cautious approach to data center development, saying the city has the water and energy resources to support the current project, but wants to preserve those resources for future growth.
But going forward, we want to allocate our resources to supporting new neighborhoods, schools, green spaces, and small businesses. And this means that we are not looking to add any more data centers to Lincoln for the foreseeable future.
City leaders say the discussion was meant to give people a better understanding of how the current data center operates. Google vows to work with the city on water-related infrastructure. In the studio, Skylar Sears, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Skylar. The Cass County Commissioners are gearing up to hold a public hearing on data centers as well. It's this next Tuesday at 8 a.m. at the Cass County Courthouse. They're going to be listening to the public about the data center regulations and on their recent moratorium. We're going to let you know what the public had to say about both of these things when the meeting happens next week. Stay with us. We have more heading your way after the break, including no more cuts. The NU Board of Regents is asking for a budget increase. What the university says will happen if they implement more cuts. Stay with us. We're back in just 1 minute.
I'm
Now, some Nebraska cyclospora cases are being linked to the national outbreak. Nationally, there have been more than 10,000 confirmed cases across 47 states. 278 people have been hospitalized with cyclospora, and 2 people have died, although they did have underlying health conditions. The Nebraska DHHS was notified by the CDC today that 92 Nebraska cyclospora cases have been linked to the nationwide outbreak. Nebraska currently has 218 confirmed cases of it. 191 of those cases were acquired in the U.S. Not all of the cases are tied to the national outbreak, of course, and our local health department is working with federal partners to determine the exact number linked to the national outbreak. Also breaking now, gridlock on Capitol Hill. The Farm Bill fails after Democrats opposed the changes to SNAP that's inside the bill. Republicans wanted states to begin sharing more of the cost of SNAP benefits, while Democrats pushed for a 2-year delay of that requirement. Senator Deb Fischer today saying this quote here, it's disgraceful Democrats refuse to advance the bill and that Republicans worked with them to secure support for E15 and offered a compromise to the SNAP concerns. The bill now has really no clear path forward as Congress tries to update it really for the first time since 2018. The Nebraska Farm Bureau releasing a statement of the Farm Bill. Their president, Mark McHargue, saying today, quote, today is a disappointing day for Nebraska's farmers, ranchers, and consumers. Simply put, food security starts with a strong farm economy. Right now, our Nick Erickson, he's been talking to some local Nebraska farmers. Going to hear what they think about this coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Well, new at 6, the UN Board of Regents is asking the state for more money for the next 2-year budget. In 1 week, on August 13th, they're going to vote on a more than 4% budget increase each year to help cover inflation and rising costs. University President Jeffrey Gold says the university has spent years cutting costs and making do with less, but says it has reached a point where more cuts would hurt education, research, and services. He argues that keeping the university funded helps train Nebraska's workforce, supports research, and benefits the state's economy. We'll be sure to bring you the results of the vote when it happens next week.
Today is 3 days in a row the temperatures have been well below average. That changes tomorrow. We are going to get back into the upper 80s and lower 90s in many spots. That forecast when we come back.
Coming to how Title IX functions, Senator Pete Ricketts is joining Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee to introduce the Title IX Clarification Act. There's been no word on when this will happen, but it would change Title IX's protection against sex discrimination, excluding transgender people and other sexual minorities from the protection. Senator Pete Ricketts speaking on this move today saying, quote, "We need to protect fairness and opportunity for women. Passing this bill would keep men out of women's sports, also restrooms and locker rooms." We'll see how this affects Senator Ricketts' polling in November, because this position has become increasingly unpopular among Americans nationwide. And take a look at the results from this Public Religion Research Institute study. They're finding 71% of Americans say transgender people deserve the same rights as other Americans. 72% support non-discrimination protections for LGBTQ individuals, as the bill that Senator Ricketts is supporting is stripping those protections from transgender people. We'll keep you posted on what level of support this act gets from the Senate. New at 6, the Parkinson's Foundation gets awarded an $8,000 grant from Bryan Health. They're going to be using that grant to expand what they call their Rock Steady boxing program. It's a no-contact fitness program that is clinically proven to delay the progression of Parkinson's disease. The video you're seeing here is what some of the workouts look like. Bryan Health will now provide an evening class 3 days a week beginning at the end of the month. Financial and travel assistance opportunities for this program will also be available.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Finally, after a day of just gray and drizzle and mist, especially the first half of the day, then tons of cloud cover, sunshine. And in fact, let me get out of the way. I mean, you want to just soak it all in, and barely anybody out there right now, too. I guess it is 6:15. Everybody must be home trying to enjoy the sunshine while it's out. Allocam at 21st and L Street. Goodness. Okay, drought monitor last week versus this week. This is last week. Notice there's a good chunk of extreme here, a lot of severe, and then of course the exceptional drought, the worst of the worst in western Nebraska, and even that abnormally dry around southeast Nebraska. Improvements. Not as much extreme. O'Neill did get over 2 inches of rainfall the last part of July and into the first part of August. So they were able to improve a little bit. Still extreme though in some spots out here. Not much movement in western Nebraska. They just keep missing out on the rain. And then a good chunk of south central and southeast Nebraska improving. Still abnormally dry in many spots. And then huge moderate to severe risk for the rest of the state. Temperatures right now are very warm. We're at 79 in Lincoln and Beatrice, which is actually cooler than average, but 80s and 90s just off to the west. This is part of the problem. They haven't seen any rain. They have an excessive drought in parts of the Panhandle, so it's so much easier for them to warm up. It's basically a desert out there right now, so easier to warm up. For here, more rainfall, cooler temperatures. We had all that cloud cover today, temperatures in the middle and upper 70s. Dew points still a little high. Has been kind of a muggy day, even though it has been on the cooler side. It was a cool, muggy day, if you will. A little bit of a southeast wind at 5 to 10. Cloud cover continuing to erode away. Took its sweet time. Models yesterday had this out of here by at least 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and here we are 6 o'clock and it's still lingering. So kind of a miss on that one, but overall precipitation wise, nothing out there. Interesting setup though. Severe weather potential tonight in this area right here, mainly the western half of the state, because by about 8 o'clock storms start to form in Cherry County, and they're going to move south and east but dissipate quickly. Nothing expected in southeast Nebraska. So as soon as the sun goes down, that goes away. Here's 6 a.m. Friday, not much going on, maybe a spot shower towards the west, but plenty of sunshine by noon. But I'm going to overlay the level 1 marginal risk in north central and eastern Nebraska, and I'll get rid of the cloud cover. Here's a boundary layer. This is going to try to move into our area. It gets really close to Lincoln and Omaha by 8 p.m. and then quickly moves south and west towards Beatrice. Then that fizzles out, and then here comes that chance very early Saturday morning. So Saturday has its own risk. As we head into the afternoon hours, one wave moves through Lincoln and Omaha by the afternoon, and then in the evening hours, another wave moves through, and then that should be about it for a while. So many chances for storms over the next several days. Not everybody sees rain, but the chance is out there in all of those different spots. So something to just keep an eye on in case you have outdoor plans heading into the weekend. Tonight, temperatures falling into the 60s, highs tomorrow, a lot of 8s. And we do like that here at Channel 8 when everybody has 8s in their forecast. 88 on Friday, 90s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We dry out for Sunday and Monday. More chances for storms, though, next week.
All right, thank you, Rusty. Right now, a local Mexican restaurant hitting a major milestone. We're talking about the Taco Inn. It is celebrating 50 years of operation. The first Taco Inn was opened in the old campus bookstore near 13th and R back in 1976. We had a chance to talk to the retired owner and his wife today. Here's what Roger Lysing has to say about the longevity of Taco Inn.
It's just kind of been a good run. We've had some huge taco sales along the way.
And everybody loves a good taco.
Yeah, exactly. We were kind of the right place at the right time. and we've always tried to serve a good quality product, and here we are 50 years later.
His wife Katie adds that they are coming up on their 44th wedding anniversary next month, and she said some of their first dates would get interrupted because Roger would get called in to make beans. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? But she says she's extremely proud of him, and he's always had a passion for the restaurant. And Will, this was a while back when we first started. We have them right across the street by Subway.
Is that right?
Yeah, we gave them quite a bit of our paychecks because we ate them quite a bit. It was very good food. All right, Sports Zone is coming up next. Will, what do you have for us tonight?
Yeah, Rod, Nebraska football is set to host Fan Day on Saturday. We give you the info you need to know if you plan to attend, and more next in Sports Zone.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, powered by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into your Thursday evening Sports Zone. I'm Will Charlton. In just a couple of days, the Hawks Championship Center will be filled with Big Red Nation. The Huskers will be hosting their annual Fan Day on Saturday. Per a press release from UNL Athletics, the doors open at 2 p.m. and lines will form on the southwest and northwest ends of the Hawks Center. Here you can see a map layout of the event that UNL sent out. Players will be available for autographs throughout, as will Rule, but UNL stated that the Husker head coach's line is for pre-selected fans in 8th grade and younger only. Fans also must limit autograph requests to 1 item per player. Posters, rosters, and autograph cards will be available for those in attendance. There will also be a Husker fan shop location in the Hawk Center near the 50-yard line, which will be selling merchandise and apparel. Players promptly leave the field at 3:30, so just some things to keep in mind if you plan to attend. Nebraska volleyball's schedule is starting to be fully filled out with TV times, as 4 more were picked up on Wednesday, and it was announced on Thursday that the first 3 matches of the season in Arlington, Texas and Las Vegas, Nevada will be nationally televised. The Spikes Under the Lights match against Florida will be on TNT at 7 p.m. August 27th and will be followed by a championship match that night at 9 p.m. if the Huskers win. Then the Players Era Showcase matches will be on Fox Sports 1 and Fox. The Huskers take on UNLV August 29th at 9 p.m. and Texas the next day at 2:30 p.m. The Texas match is the one which will be televised on Fox. On the topic of TV times, Nebraska soccer will be seen twice on Big Ten Network this fall. It was also announced on Thursday that the Huskers' home game against Notre Dame on August 20th and the road contest against Iowa September 13th will be aired on BTN. Back to the football field, where Nebraska center Justin Evans has been named to a prestigious preseason list. Evans, who has 31 career starts for the Huskers, is among 40 players on the preseason watch list for the Remington Trophy. The award is given annually to the nation's best center. In 2025, Evans started all 13 games at center and will serve as a big leader for the offensive line in this upcoming campaign. Evans is one of 13 players named to the watch list from the Big Ten, which is the most of any conference in the country. Well, this past season, Nebraska basketball made a huge surge to become one of the best teams in the Big Ten. Former Husker forward Rink Maas played a big part in the success of the team, and now he's going to be representing his home country of the Netherlands on a national stage. Maas is among 15 players in the preliminary roster for the Netherlands in the upcoming FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Although this doesn't mean he'll necessarily for sure be on the team, as the final 12-man roster will be announced closer to the qualifying window. The first game for the Netherlands is on August 27th. Recently, the former Husker suited up for the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Summer League, where he averaged 15.3 points per game and 9 rebounds. Last season, he averaged 13.3 points per game and 5.8 rebounds for Big Red. That does it for now here on Sports Zone, and come back at 10. We'll have more sound with the Huskers from Tuesday's football media session. Rod, we'll get it back to you now.
All right. Thank you so much, Will. And let's get a final check of your forecast on this Thursday night with Rusty.
Not a bad evening out there. After kind of a gloomy, drizzly kind of day, the sun is breaking out. Temperatures a little bit warmer, middle and upper 80s, some 70s, some lower 80s. It is much hotter off to the west, but keeping an eye on those temperatures and this storm threat. Parts of north central and northwest Nebraska may see some strong storms around 8 p.m., but as soon as the sun goes down, whoop, that's about it. Then we wait until this is Friday morning, nothing going on there, just some clouds, maybe a sprinkler or two. Right there, though, this is tomorrow night, about this time tomorrow, we may see some strong storms in far eastern Nebraska. We'll keep an eye on it.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your Thursday night. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.
Come see us at our new South Point location. Locally owned, comfort-made mattress factory, handcrafted, built right here, and backed with a lifetime comfort guarantee.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join. Ernie's Metro.